Hello, it's the SeahawksFan with another Go Battle League video, and well, if you have Shadow Charizard with Blast Burn, it is definitely still an incredible powerhouse of Great League, and Go Battling in general. We're gonna get them to swap out into Togekiss, and the Togekiss is toasted. We're gonna bring in Giratina. For this Galarian Stunfisk, they're going to be able to chip us down quite nicely. Now, tons of water types, tons of struggle for Charizard, but there is plenty of stuff for it to Blast Burn, and lots of dragons that you can use Dragon Claw against to do some huge damage for just 5 wing attacks. We're going to bring it back. We're going to go straight for another Blast Burn. We're not going to play any games. We win the CMP tie, and we are going to nuke this Scrafty goodbye. And they're going to be forced to throw a move. They're not going to be able to get the fast move farm down, and they are gone. Now, I am going to be using a more sensible team for the rest of the battles. Okay, not yet, but yeah, we got a Gudra with Aqua Tail addition. It's definitely a considerably better dragon. We're going to be able to shield and grab the last shield. It's going to be a little bit of a problem trying to take out the Gudra still, though. So we're just going to manually swap into Sableye. Actually, probably didn't need a shield, but we have Berserker. Are they going to win the CMP tie before we... Yeah, they are. They get maximum energy, and they're going to take us out with Trailblaze. Giratina comes in with some nice energy gained up. Gonna go for Ominous Wind. Is it gonna be enough? It's neutral damage, but it is enough. And that Lurantis was not prepared to take out the Giratina. Okay, now we have a sensible team. Superior and Vigoroth backline. Able to cover the obvious water and rock weaknesses. This Defense Deoxys has Rock Slide, which, not surprised, typically do see Thunderbolt, but with Rock Slide being a perfect one-hit KO for the Shadow Charizard, not surprised at all. They are going to go for a Psycho Boost, and we catch the next. We know they're going to double debuff themselves and want to swap into something. I don't want to go for a CMP tie, but I'm able to get the body slam damage and get a fast move farm down. We have a Wigglytuff. This fairy is a bit of a problem. They do have Icy Wind or Ice Beam. That I imagine it's going to be Icy Wind. But with the bulk of Superior, I've kind of forgotten Pokemon. With all the water types that dominate, definitely recommend using and building a Superior if you can. And if you have one with Frenzy Plant, beautiful. Beautiful, because it is such a handy-dandy Pokemon to have. Now we got a Wigglytuff lead. Thankfully, they swap into Toxapex. I really need to chip away. And I'm going to go for the Dragon Claw. Now able to grab a shield. Another Dragon Claw on the way to land, and now Vigoroth comes in. Gonna have Charizard as a potential safe swap later. I manually swapped because I didn't mind taking the damage from this Toxapex. Need to get rid of the poison scare for Superior. Wigglytuff does just enough damage to avoid another body slam, which would have been very handy for me with the attack debuff. I was a little scared of not getting a knockout, but having a Greninja in the back. Easy peasy for the superior. Attack drop did not save it. Attack drop is removed with the Charizard safe swap. Just a sack swap. And superior takes that victory. Now we have gorgeous lead up against Blossom. And we're going to bring in our grass type for this Belly Bolt. As someone who has used Belly Bolt, it's pretty just meh because it's only got electric moves. Unless I missed something. Not going to be able to get a full farm down, but I'm able to get some nice damage and grab shields and not have to use shields immediately. Take both of their shields. Going to shield up discharges time. It wouldn't have taken me out, but I do want some energy for the return of that Blossom because Air Release is a threat. The move is ready. And I'm going to get them to use their energy before I have another one ready. There's a Politoed, shiny Politoed. It's not built for blast burn damage, even as a water type. Neutral damage, it's a one-hit KO on this Pokemon, but it's toast either way with the Vigoroth. Body Slam's not enough for a knockout. It is not, but one more counter takes them out. And I still had a Pokemon remaining. Now let's see, we have a Cloud's Eye. We gotta be careful with this thing because it can have Stone Edge and it charges up to Stone Edge before our Blast Burn. Able to get some decent chip damage with the Dragon Claw. Gonna go down a shield and go for another Dragon Claw. Gonna decide to give up my shields and hope that with the energy I can claw some shields back. Okay, this is a tough problem. I do survive the Sludge Bomb, just barely, and able to get some nice damage. And Superior is going to be able to grab a shield with Air Release because they need to shield something. And I make a brilliant catch on the Ice Beam, knowing that was an option. And we have a Steelix. The Steelix, beautiful. We have a fantastic target to get some nice counter damage. And Superior, so bulky, is going to be able to deal with this steel ground type. No shields remain. They're not going to be able to take me out in time. And I'm going to have a move loaded for an over knockout. I didn't even need to throw the move. Just get the Vine Whip damage. Now we got a Runerigus. I was a little surprised with the moveset, so I expected Sandtomb. Thrown first, well done. Now they bring in Poliwrath, which is fair. Gonna land a Blast Burn. Superior comes in. Knowing Runerigus is gonna come in, probably. I don't mind just taking the damage. But they reveal a Giraffe Rig, which is nice to know if a thing is here. Now, they're in range of Air Release. And they do reach a move. And do get my energy out. I'm going to save the energy on Charizard. I could have gone for the Blast Burn, but Dragon Claw is still fine. My Vigoroth comes in. Going to be a little tricky to close out this battle. I expected a Shadow Ball Sandtomb set, but it's Rock Tomb, which makes sense. But also, who was Rock Tomb on Runerigus? What? I've not seen that in at least a long time. Am I going to be able to get them out with the Rock Slide? I'm not. But they swap, and they concede the battle. Let's go. They try to catch a move. I think they may have been able to still grab a win. Maybe. We scare a Shadow Blossom this time, and we're going to stay in and go for a Dragon Claw. Now we're going to bring in the Vigoroth. We are going to be taking lots of fast move damage from the Dragon Breath. But we're in a decent position with knowing an easy target for the Charizard. They're not going to give up shields just yet. We want to have alignment, so we're fine giving up our first shield. Even shields, and we're able to use this Body Slam energy, do some nice damage. And then we have a Charizard, they're going to take it. And they have a Feraligatr, which one Frenzy Plant and they're gone. Gonna go for the cheaper Aerial Ace, expecting a guaranteed shield. Gonna go for Frenzy Plant, and they do have another move ready. It is a Ice Beam. They did have Ice Beam, okay. But thankfully, Charizard's able to get to Dragon Claw before their Hydro Cannon is reached. And I think I may have probably would have won the Charge Attack priority off a lead. So we have a Vigoroth safe swap. They give us an actual decent matchup still. But they knew they needed to save the Lantern for that. My Charizard Crunch goes unshielded for the first one with the chance at a defense drop. And we are just going to Body Slam. We have a beautiful wall to that Lantern that is going to come in. They should have revealed the third Pokemon, but either way they would have been put in a bad position. We have found a Trevenant. I only need to go for Dragon Claws because the wing attack damage is adding up. And I know I have a beautiful anchor for that. Beautiful closer for that Lantern. Should have gone for an extra wing attack, knowing they would have expected the loss of CMP to then try and get as much Shadow Claw damage. Their shield is, I do have this Aerial Ace loaded, and I know they are toast to a Frenzy Plant, and they did not have the energy. Now we have a off lead up against Charger Bug. Gonna happily accept them going for the move first. Gonna get an extra wing attack. I could probably gotten another, but I know I could not have because they would have landed that damage. We're gonna pull out this Gastrodon, which is annoying. I would love to have my Grass type up against this thing, but we're not gonna be shielding up our Vigoroth at all. Get as much damage. And we grab the last shield, which has given us a beautiful win condition. Superior is in a beautiful position. No shields. Faced up against. We bring in Charizard. They catch the Blast Burn. Their Charger Bug is gone. With the long turn Incinerate timing, we reach a Dragon Claw. Going to get as much damage as I can before I throw Aerial Ace. And they are toast to an Aerial Ace. The Talonflame gets beat by a Superior. Whew, what a matchup. Now we have a Shadow Victory Bell. Absolute beautiful lead, and I'm able to easily save swap into Vigoroth for the Bastiodon. And I expect a Fairy type in the back. With the addition of Oxide, I kind of wish I had I wish I had Bulldoze in this scenario, but it's fine. Able to get some nice counter damage. And I'm going to bring in Superior. Even if Flamethrower won't bring me to half health. Actually, no, it does bring me to under half health. But knowing there's a Shadow Victory Bell, and it's not going to want to take these Aerial Aces. It's not at all. With my two shields, I'm going to bring in Shadow Charizard, but it's an Azumarill. I did not expect it to be this Fairy type. But two Blast Burns is going to get this thing down quite low, down to red. Going to shield up and get the fast move farm down. And I have Aerial Ace ready to take out the Shadow Victory Bell. Goodbye. And that actually was a battle up against my dad, which is pretty fun. Did not expect to match him, and definitely expected Wigglytuff, but now we have a double lead. And Blast Bird. Waste all that sheep's energy. We don't have a good counter to Skeledirge. So getting what damage we can with Dragon Claw is handy. And Wing Attack damage is adding up nicely. Back to back. Dragon Claws are going to be thrown. And now Vigoroth is going to come in. I don't mind taking Dazzling Gleam, Disarming Voice damage. And I'm going to bring in Superior. And take a Shadow Ball. And they have their own Superior as their last Pokemon. Going to make this a bit of a messier end. But still going to be in a beautiful position. I should have just thrown that second aerial ace right away, but it's fine. Going to be able to clean up with the Vigoroth. No need to worry, no panic stations. I still win. A win's win. Goodbye, Superior. My Superior is better. My Superior is superior. Now we have a beautiful Skarmory. We scare them into Shadow Swamp, but actually could have, definitely should have at least charged up to Dragon Claw my Charizard. Because unless it's a Sludge Wave, I don't mind taking the damage. Because less farm for that Skarmory. But alas, I would have gone quite a bit lower. So maybe just under Dragon Claw. But I'm not giving too much energy. Gonna give it a charge move. Shadow Charizard, of course, comes back in because this is what they did not want to see with their bird. But they actually have Lantern. Double water backline. Well played. Able to drag out the grass counter. But I do have a pretty good neutral matchup for my Vigoroth, and Dragon Claw is able to do enough damage from a Shadow Charizard to possibly clean up this fish after they take me out. I will happily take what damage I can get with my Vigoroth. They do make a catch on a body slam. Well played, well played, well played. And I'm going to make a mistake. I throw Dragon Claw. Not going to be able to get Wing Attack down, and yeah, that's a loss. All that energy gone. Just lost. Threw it away. It's fine. Non-Shadow Machamp. Cantonian. OG Gen 1 Machamp. Cross Chop is buffed. And they are going to win the CMP tie, but let me actually get farm down before another move. A little surprised. Don't mind it. Dragon Claw is going to be able to chip down this Lantern. I'll happily soften this fish up with the dragon. And I have a beautiful wall. I already grabbed both their shields. Beautiful. And we have a Drifblim. Their heavy hitting move is only going to be a Ghost type move, which does not want to see this normal type. Now, we're not doing much damage to each other with our fast moves, but Rock Slide. Thank you, Rock Slide. Boom. I don't need to shield up this thing anymore. It's gonna be 2 times debuffed. And that's up to the video. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for daily Go Battle League videos and other Pokemon Go content. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.